What's up, y'all? I'm just sitting here, well, I'm just laying here, right? I was going through my YouTube channel and I was just checking up to see like my growth and all of that, right? And so I clicked on a video just so I can watch me and see all of the things that like how much I've grown, especially being in front of the camera and stuff like that, right? So I just wanted to react to one of these videos because let me tell y'all, I've been doing YouTube in general probably about like 6 years. You can like literally tell the desperation that I was seeking, and that's why I know my channel wasn't growing, right? So I don't know how to do that whole thing where you can like put the video right there or whatever, but like I'm just gonna show y'all really quick and then we can talk about like how I can tell you that I was so desperate to like quote unquote making it on YouTube, and when you're in that state you won't ever make it in anything. So once I learned these things, I now know the things that I now know and I've started to implement, and I've actually saw growth versus when I first started and I was just sounding so desperate. But give me a moment. Let me share with y'all. Let me show y'all really quick, and then I'm gonna tell y'all how not to start YouTube. Okay? I was watching this video, right? Okay, and then we're gonna go here. Nobody is in control of how your life is determined but you. I just want to touch base on creating the lifestyle that you want. And so it's been on my mind heavily thinking of helping others also create the lifestyle that they want in the midst of me creating the lifestyle that I want. So with that being said, like I said, I want to help others. And so this is just me talking about the things that I've learned and the things that I will continue to implement in my life, because I really want to strive to become this person that I see myself becoming. And the thing about us, we all don't have the same aspirations. We all don't have the same goals. We all don't have the same lifestyle. So the things that I'm creating, the habits that I'm creating, may not be the habits that you want to create for yourself. But these are the habits that I find that are helping me become the person that I want to become, and also be the person I see myself in the future. And to begin with, nobody is in control of how your life is determined but you. Literally, nobody has that power. Only you have that power to create the lifestyle that you want. Right. So y'all heard me, right? Like I was like, nobody has the power to control the lifestyle that you want but you. Okay, nothing is wrong. Let me set you down right here. Nothing is wrong with me saying that, okay? It's so true. Yes, you don't, like, nobody has that control. And the habits that you do, the things that you do on your daily basis will determine the outcome that you have. But why I was so wrong in this, because after my experience of like trying to control my life, I had this revelation that like I don't have the power to control my life. I don't know what can happen next. I can only know what's going to happen at this very moment of me recording this video, of me having this conversation with you. But I don't know what can happen 15 minutes from now. I don't know what can happen an hour from now. So me basically giving an advice of saying that nobody has control over what your life is, like, that is really egoistic. And why I say that is because if you're a believer in Christ, you know that like nothing in life is guaranteed. Nothing is determined to happen, even no matter how much hard work you put into this, no matter how many years you've done it. Like, yes, consistency will get you results. It's just like, and when you get into reality, it's not just the fact that you are doing the work, it's really your intentions behind you doing the work. In that video, that was a year ago, you can sense like how desperate I was to become successful on YouTube. I like basically sounded so thirsty for this, right? And mind you, on top of that, I'm giving advice in a season where I didn't even know who I was. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I still don't know who I am, but I know more attributes of myself versus what I did back then. And like, you're not gonna get advice from somebody who's poor if you want to be rich, okay? Like, and I get it, you gotta fake it till you make it, okay, what do you do? But like, if you're not really like in that season of my life, I wasn't really implementing the things that I know, like that I knew. I was really like, mind you, I was really lazy. Like, it's so easy to cover it up with things like makeup or, you know, the way you talk. It's so easy to sound as if you do know what you're doing. And although you should, like I said, you're just not gonna get advice from a poor person like to become rich. Like, that's just no. Like, no. Okay, so I say that to say, like, that video was so wrong of me to even make, because like I said, I wasn't even where I even wanted to be. So how can I help the next person? Like, I just sounded so desperate because of the fact that, you know, I know what YouTube can do for you and stuff like that. It's just, I wasn't allowing myself to become authentic. And like I said, being desperate is not gonna get you anywhere. Trust me, I've learned that the hard way. I understand it's not just on YouTube, but in anything. Like, if you sound desperate, if you're like desperate for this thing, it's not gonna work. Unfortunately, it's not gonna work, because the universe can feel that. And on top of that is, you cannot control what's gonna happen. You can only control your habits and the things that you do on a day-to-day basis, but the outcome of things you cannot control. That was a hard truth that I had to face with this year. I can put in effort, I can put in work, I can put in my blood, sweat, and tears, but the results of whatever it is, that I cannot control. So we have to focus on what we can control, which is, you know, like I said, being consistent on YouTube and being your authentic self. Like, that's the things that I can control. But what I can't control is the people that are subscribing, or the people that are commenting, or the amount of money that I'm making. Like, from these things, up until I can only focus on what I can control. Hopefully that makes sense. It wasn't bad in my intentions of wanting to put out this message, but the only thing that I can say is, learning that has shown me that like watching that has only shown me, because of being desperate, I wasn't getting fulfilled in areas that I was seeking that attention, basically. And so now that I know that, and on top of the experience that I have now with actually growing a successful YouTube and being my authentic self versus this made up image that I thought I had to become in order to become successful. When you are trying to build up this person that is not you, it just won't work, because the universe can feel that desperation beside of you. You can just hear how desperate I sounded. And honestly, sounding desperate is not gonna get you anywhere in anything though. The same rule applied for my relationship. I was so desperate to have a healthy, loving relationship that it honestly only created more stress in our relationship, because I kept wanting to uphold this unrealistic image because of the fact that I was trying to control the outcome, when, like I said, you cannot control the outcome of things. You can only control what you're doing at the moment. And so mentally, I was just holding on to this image of my relationship that I wasn't really working towards my relationship. So I wasn't doing anything physically for my relationship. I was only doing things mentally and basically trying to control the outcome. And so, like I said, being desperate is not gonna help in any way, shape, or form for anything to succeed. And so once I've actually put my foot off the gas and I've actually said, you know what, God, here you go, take it, I've actually seen him work more and quicker than I have in the past years of me even doing this YouTube, me doing this whole relationship. Like I said, being desperate is not gonna get you anywhere. And that was one real hard truth that I had to face within myself, because I wasn't seeing results, and I finally left free of trying to take control of the outcome, like I said, and just handling the things that I can do right now, which is actually creating a video, actually showing up for myself in this sense, and also actually showing up for my relationship physically, not just mentally, and trying to control the outcome of these things. So take that from me. Being desperate for these things are not gonna get you anywhere. Yeah, so I hope this helps somebody. Thank you for watching.